So now, Rodrigo is going to choose somebody to decide if I should follow from top or follow from bottom.
The last group? From bottom.
Huh?
From the bottom. From bottom.
From bottom?
Are you sure?
Okay. So, control, trap, go for the triangle or the omoplata. And since the triangle is pretty much done, the only detail that I'm sure everybody is familiar is raising, coming, and changing. A lot of times, if I'm having trouble, when the guy gets over here, if I'm having trouble to switch sides with this hand, what I like to do is raise as high as I can, come with my hand and post like this, like a waitress, put it here. When I go down, even if he's strong, he cannot, you understand what I mean? Because I put like this, so I make it here and I post. So when I go down, he cannot keep it. And that helps me to adjust. That's what I would add here, but it's pretty much finished. So I'm gonna add something for the omoplata. So once it happens here, the way we learn, and I have learned for years, is that once you start to get your omoplata, the first thing you have to do is switch your legs to this side. Preferably not locking the triangle, so you have it easier time to go up to finish. Okay? And this remains. That's an important thing for you to learn. But I have realized that whenever I go with somebody stronger or bigger than myself, when I get it over here, they manage to posture. And I end up, of course there's always stuff you can do too. But even with bigger people, when I get over here and I put my knee this way, it makes nearly impossible for him to try to posture there. Especially because we're similar weight, but even with if I would do with somebody bigger, just the fact that you're here, imagine you're still adjusting. If you go like this, you're gonna feel when you do with each other. It's very hard to finish. The problem is, I don't have as good control on the hips. Because when you put it this side, you're controlling the hip, trying to avoid the person to roll. When you do this, you keep the guy down, but it's not as good to control over here. So this is what I like to do. When I turn, I hide my other legs. So now I will turn completely to the third position, do this slow, okay? And if the person doesn't roll, she's gonna end up tapping, getting the shoulder hurt. Imagine if I turn this way, it's gonna go like a kimura, the special, exactly position. As I turn, he's gonna end up rolling. Começa a rolar lá? Yes. I'm aware of that. If I just do this, I can get the sweep, okay? But that's not my intention. I have a submission, I should stick with it. I have to do in one single motion, not to lose the momentum, but I'm gonna stop just so you understand. So, as he's rolling, I'm keeping my motion, okay? He rolls, I'm keeping my motion. This is what I'm doing. I'm sliding my knee in a way that I get over here. That leg passes and go on the chest, okay? So, look how I'm putting his arm on the position of a kimura, okay? I'm holding that pass. Why that pass? Because he might come up. So once that pass, the knee goes down to make it harder. So I bring this pass. Many times I manage to adjust over here, sometimes a little bit more on the face. Either way, that's what I have. Now I need to finish, right? He cannot come up anymore. He is stuck. My finish movement is like a heel hook. So I'm going to do this. My hip is over here. I switch sides. So I'm going to do slow, even posting my foot, not to be too aggressive. So that's the movement I do. So imagine his hand is still behind my back here. That's the movement I do. Look. So just by doing this, there is already pressure. Imagine if this was behind my back. So I have here. That's the movement, right? So look. That's the movement. Boom. Okay? And he should finish.